The following program has been generously funded by the Patterson Foundation. This book is cool.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to This Book is Cool. My name is Beth Duda, and I'm the director of the Suncoast Campaign for grade level reading. We have a very special book we're featuring today. The book is Tomás and the Library Lady, and it was written by Pat Mora and illustrated by Raul Colón. We have a special guest with us today to tell us why he thinks this book is cool. With us today, we have actor Pedro Leos. Hi, Pedro.
Hello, hi.
Happy to have you here today. I haven't yet told the audience why you are the perfect guest for the show. Perhaps you could tell us why you have such a special connection to this book.
I have such a deep and personal connection with this book and the story of Tomás Rivera's life because I had the honor and ultimate privilege of playing him in a play for a theater company in Florida this past year. And I got to tour to a bunch of different schools, kids between the ages of kindergarten and sixth grade, and tell his life story. It was amazing. And so this is a very important story to me. And I'm so happy to be here to share it with everybody today.
We are happy to have you here. And I agree with you that it's a very important story to share because it's based on a man's real life and the experiences
Absolutely.
that Tomás had with the library lady helped shape his entire future.
Yes, absolutely. His one interaction with this woman who loved books when he was younger shaped his entire life and paved the way for so many people to love reading and writing and storytelling.
I think storytelling is so important because it's the way that we can share our most internal thoughts with other people in a way that they can understand them. And Tomás, the character in the book, had some real hardships when he was growing up. His family were migrant workers, and they would travel all over the country to pick the crops that were ripe. So when we first meet him, I think his parents are picking corn, and Tomás doesn't have a lot that belongs to him at that point in time. The family doesn't have a lot of extra money for extra things. So being able to go to a library and experience thousands of books was truly a life-changing thing for Tomás. Can you remember when you were a child, the first time or one of the first times when you were able to take a book out of the library?
I think I was in about fifth grade, and I went to my school library, which was inside of my elementary school, and I had a really amazing librarian, and she was so warm and comforting, and she taught us how to handle a book, the proper etiquette of how to treat a book and the significance of a book. And one of the first books I ever read was The Wizard of Oz, and that's one of Tomás's favorite books also.
And Tomás also had a great example of a storyteller in his own life. Papa Grande, his grandfather, was a world-class storyteller and would tell Tomás and his siblings stories all of the time. And then Tomás was able to also become a storyteller.
Tomás loved hearing his stories, even stories he had told before. And it got to the point where Tomás was finishing the stories for him. So Papa Grande says, hey, you can go discover more stories for yourself. And he's like, really? And he doesn't believe it. But, it's an awesome interaction when the person you look up to tells you about your potential and what you're capable of, because he was so excited about these stories that Papa Grande thought it would inspire him to go see more what else there is to be offered. And he kind of stumbles on the library by accident because he doesn't know what it is. He just sees this beautiful building, and there's actually a moment where he doesn't even know if he's allowed to go inside. And that sparks this moment, as most moments in our lives do. The smallest moments change our lives forever. And he came upon this woman who invited him in, and it showed him this whole mecca of beautiful books that he ended up taking home and sharing. And it was this excitement and this fun to share with his family, from this woman who took a chance on him and his excitement for reading and storytelling. And it sparked this whole new path for him.
Well, I can see that you have a passion for storytelling and a passion for reading. Can you share with us why it's so important for children to read?
Oh, yeah, it's so important to read, because reading is fundamental because we can't always run away from things going on in life, but it's nice to take a break. And reading, for me growing up, even when I was younger, the first place I would go to at a store was the book section, because the covers were so beautiful and colorful and intriguing, and then so much room for imagination. And I think for my young friends, your imagination is so powerful and it's so wonderful. And if you harness that imagination for good through reading and writing and storytelling, that you'll be amazed what wonderful things you can unlock within yourself and within the world, and the change that you can spark, because you can.
Well, that's very inspiring. I want to thank you for being with us today. Thank you for sharing your love for the book Tomás and the Library Lady, and your love for reading. It's been great to have you with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was great to be here. Bye, guys. See you later.
It was wonderful to talk to Pedro about his love for Tomás and the Library Lady. This is a wonderful book, and it's based on the story of a real person, Tomás Rivera. And at the end of the book, you can learn a little bit more about Tomás's life. The book is all about his life as a child, but that little bit at the end tells you the wonderful things that happened to him and that he accomplished in his life as an adult. Our author, Pat Mora, has also included some great words for our word bank. The first word for our word bank is forest. Forest. A forest is a large area, chiefly covered with trees and undergrowth. The next word for our word bank is the word howling. Howling. Howling means producing a long, loud, doleful cry or a sound. Animals like coyotes howl. Our next word is the word chattered. Chattered. Chattered means to click repeatedly together from cold or maybe from fear. Have you ever heard people say, "My teeth are chattering"? Our next word is the word desert. Desert. Desert is a landscape that gets very little water. Desert. And our final word for the word bank is the word gulp. Gulp. That means to swallow quickly or in large mouthfuls, often audibly. To gulp. This book, Tomás and the Library Lady, really inspires me. It makes me want to go visit the library. Do you visit the library? It's a wonderful place to go with your family and your friends. You can check out books. You can explore books that perhaps you've never even heard of before. Do you have a library card? That can be a great activity for this week. If you don't already have a library card, you can go online and you can request a library card. Once you have a library card, you can go to your public library and you're able to check out library materials. Now, you do have to return them if you borrow them from the library, but it's a wonderful way to read all kinds of stories and visit all kinds of places in your mind. I hope you have a library card already. If you don't, I hope you get one soon. In fact, why don't you take a picture of yourself with your library card, and you can send it to us at connect@grade-level-reading-suncoast.net. It was wonderful to visit with Pedro today, and wonderful to spend some time with Tomás and the Library Lady. I hope you enjoy reading this book and many more books this summer. Remember, reading is the key to succeeding. We'll see you soon, my friends. Bye for now.